This video is sponsored by sellcashier.com. They compare iPhone prices on the internet and give you their instant quote and the most cash for your iPhone. Hey guys, this is Ed with Techvarium. I'm extremely excited to be here today with you, as always, and what I'm going to show you today is this benchmarking comparison of these two phones that you see on your screen. What you see on your right is the Apple iPhone 7 Plus by Apple, and what you see on the left is the fake iPhone that was made somewhere, probably somewhere in China on a third-party factory, but it is also 7 Plus as announced. What's important to understand is that the expectations are set fairly low for this phone right here, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and take a look. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to try the Geekbench. This is Geekbench 4, the benchmarking application. And let's go ahead and run the actual test. So check this out. You already see the score available on the real Apple iPhone 7 Plus, but you don't see any results on the fake. And it took 2 minutes and 35 seconds to run this. It's not even half complete. It's at 25% right now. So we're right at 98%, and it actually just resulted in error. So I tried about 4 times running the same test in Geekbench 4, and the same error message was appearing on the screen. So unfortunately we won't be able to see the results, but unsurprisingly iPhone 7 Plus is the winner. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna try the visual test, which is Untitled benchmark, and just to kind of figure out what it looks like when you're running this benchmark, what actually happens behind these panels in the processor and the GPU and also the memory. So let's go ahead and start this test, and we'll see what those internals are doing. And it's probably gonna take just a few seconds for the fake one to boot up the application, the actual benchmark, but what you see is a very smooth computer generated video on the real iPhone on the right, and it's loading on the left. So let's take a look and see what happens. And this is actually not bad, but there you go. The video is lagging constantly, and this is really not surprising. It's completely expected, and this is something that all of these fake devices do, and they've done this every single year or every single time that I've reviewed them. And this is the Garden, and this completely sucks. This is actually a lot worse because you have a lot more shaders, you have a lot more surfaces for the GPU to render. This is probably just as bad as all of the other fake iPhones that I have reviewed on Techvarium. Alright guys, so I'm going to be as simultaneous as I can here, so you guys can kind of observe how well this performs. And I think that there's going to be no delay, there's going to be no lag. This is not really processor demanding application at all, but that really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that it's a better phone at all, and that was really clearly demonstrated by the intuitive benchmark. In this particular test, it's a parity between these two phones, but honestly, this is so much more pleasant just to hold it in your hands as opposed to this fake over here on the left. But this is a real phone on the right. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do next is I am going to pull out weather.com, and what that allows us to do is to demonstrate how quickly these phones open up a very information dense website like weather.com that you see on your screens. So, and I've used this website for all benchmarking comparisons in the past. So let's go ahead and see what it actually does. So as you can see on the real Apple iPhone 7 Plus on the right, it already downloaded everything, while yet again the expectations that set forth for the phone on the left, it failed again. So I waited for approximately 5 minutes for the video to be pulled up, and it actually never happened. Not even 5 minutes, like I said. So here we go, another proof that the real Apple iPhone 7 Plus is a winner. Now let's take a look lastly for just to kind of figure out if there's another website that will do a little bit better, and it's YouTube. And I'll open up one of my videos and see how that does. So this actually does pretty easily, and it actually starts the playback almost immediately, because in the past it never happened at the same speed that it happens on the real Apple iPhone. So a little bit smoother, more lag, but pleasantly surprised that this happened simultaneously. Alright, and up next is going to be the camera comparison. Let's go ahead and figure out how the phone on your left performs. I did try the camera when I was unboxing it, and it did fairly poorly. I'm getting this stupid reinstall maps message on the screen, but let's see how it does in a more detailed comparison. And by the way, the camera benchmarking test is going to be one of my next videos. iPhone, the real Apple iPhone, is obviously very smooth as always, having a little bit of a difficulty pulling up the image here. And let's go ahead and see if we can figure out how to do that. So it's actually scrolling through them pretty smoothly. And while this is pretty impressive for a fake Android device with actually a fake iOS device with an Android installed on it, but this is not bad. Now obviously the temperature of the pictures is highly different. It's completely different from the real iPhone. However, this is pretty impressive. What you can see on there, it's a fairly detailed image as well. Having a difficulty pulling up the slide out menu from the bottom. But yes, this phone has done surprisingly well. Alright guys, thank you for watching as always, and I think it's really pointless to state here which one is better because I think that it is obvious. But what's important to realize is that if you're really considering getting one of these devices, you should obviously try to get the real Apple iPhone, not the fake one. Even if you want to go a couple of generations back to save you some money and get maybe a 6 Plus, it's a far better choice than this fake over here to your left and at a fraction of a price. Look for an Apple iPhone that's real, follow my advices from the previous video, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Thank you for watching. I wanted to tell you about sellcashier.com. So you just got your new iPhone. What will you do with your old one? You may be thinking of selling it on eBay, Craigslist, and so on, and it is definitely a hassle. Now you don't have to do that. Now you can sell it through sellcashier.com. They compare the actual prices of iPhones and give you the best price for your iPhone that you are trying to sell, and the good thing is that you are guaranteed the best rate, and you also get a free shipping label. Thank you for watching, and please check out sellcashier.com.